Have you ever found yourself staring at a book late at night, telling yourself, just one more chapter, even though your eyes are burning and your body is begging for rest? Or perhaps you stayed awake scrolling through your phone, watching videos, studying for an exam, or trying to finish one last task, believing that sacrificing sleep today would help you get ahead tomorrow. It feels productive in the moment, but the human body keeps a careful record of every lost hour. Sleep is not a reward for finishing your work. It is one of the foundations that makes good work possible. During sleep, your brain organizes memories, removes waste products that build up during the day, strengthens learning, and prepares you for the challenges ahead. Your heart slows down, your muscles repair themselves, and your immune system becomes stronger. When you repeatedly cut your sleep short, you begin borrowing energy from tomorrow without realizing that the debt keeps growing. At first, the effects seem small. You become a little forgetful. You lose patience more quickly. Your reactions slow down. Simple decisions become harder than they should be. As days turn into weeks, the consequences become more noticeable. Students who stay awake studying all night often remember less than those who studied earlier and slept well. Workers who regularly sleep too little make more mistakes, struggle to concentrate, and feel exhausted even after drinking several cups of coffee. Drivers who operate vehicles while sleepy may experience brief moments called microsleeps, where the brain falls asleep for just a few seconds without warning. Those few seconds can be enough to cause a tragic accident. Research has consistently shown that adults generally need around 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, while children and teenagers often require even more because their bodies and brains are still developing. Sleep deprivation has also been linked to weakened immunity, higher stress levels, increased risk of heart disease, weight gain, type 2 diabetes, anxiety, and depression. It affects relationships because tired people are often more irritable, less patient, and less emotionally balanced. It influences creativity because an exhausted mind struggles to imagine new ideas. Even faith and personal reflection can become more difficult because fatigue makes it harder to focus during prayer, worship, or reading. There is certainly value in reading, learning, and working hard, but wisdom knows when to close the book, turn off the light, and trust that tomorrow's mind will understand more than tonight's exhausted one. Every sunrise offers another opportunity to read, but no amount of reading can replace the healing work that only healthy sleep can provide. The real question, then, is not whether reading is important, it certainly is, but whether reading at the expense of necessary sleep is helping or hurting your future. Imagine two people preparing for an important day. One studies responsibly, finishes at a reasonable hour, sleeps peacefully, and wakes up refreshed. The other forces themselves to stay awake until 3 in the morning, convinced that every extra page will guarantee success. When morning arrives, the first person may remember more, think more clearly, and make better decisions simply because their brain had enough time to process what they learned. The second person may discover that exhaustion has stolen much of what they worked so hard to gain. This is one of life's quiet lessons. More hours awake do not always produce better results. Quality often defeats quantity. Sleep is not laziness. It is preparation. It is an investment that pays back with sharper thinking, healthier emotions, stronger immunity, and greater endurance. If you often face the choice between reading one more chapter or getting enough rest, consider planning your day differently so you can enjoy both learning and healthy sleep. Read earlier whenever possible, reduce distractions during the day, keep a consistent bedtime, and create a peaceful evening routine that tells your body it is time to rest. Turn off bright screens before bed, avoid heavy meals or too much caffeine late in the evening, and remember that tomorrow's success begins with tonight's choices. There will always be another article to read, another assignment to complete, another video to watch, or another message to answer. Your health, however, cannot always wait. If you continually ignore your body's need for sleep, it will eventually demand rest in ways you cannot control. But when you honor the rhythm of work and rest, you give yourself the best chance to learn effectively, think wisely, serve others well, and enjoy life more fully. So the next time you ask yourself, should I sleep or should I read? Remember this simple truth. Reading feeds the mind, but sleep restores both the mind and the body. The greatest progress often comes not from staying awake the longest, but from waking up refreshed and ready to make every hour of the new day count.